It's been almost 2 months since Hurricane Maria made landfall in Puerto Rico. Since then, thousands have been without power, water, and shelter. Puerto Rican residents are now relocating to the mainland, facing a very uncertain future. Cronkite News reporter Courtney Malley sat down with Hurricane Maria survivors who now find themselves calling the valley home.
The Cruz Torres family came to Fountain Hills just over a week ago after their home was destroyed by crashing power lines. Now they're staying here with their daughter. The last couple of months have been traumatic for the family, and one of the first things they had to face with communications down was not knowing if their loved ones were even alive.
Oh my God, dear God, I told my husband, what are we gonna do now?
While those in Puerto Rico wondered where food and clean water would come from each day, families here on the mainland had their worries too.
Yeah, it was hard. It was hard. I think everybody who is here, who has family in Puerto Rico, kind of felt the same way. We all felt like, the uncertainty and the frustration and the inability to get through the telephone.
81-year-old Maria Torres has survived multiple hurricanes in her lifetime, but this one, she says, this one was the worst of all.
Ay, Dios mío, Señor. Dear God, this was such a sad thing, so sad. I've lived through Hurricane John, Hugo, Federico, Santa Clara, but this one took us. Everything was shaking, the houses were shaking. I told my husband, we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go with Maria.
But they didn't go. They survived, and now they're here in Arizona, living a life they never thought they would, but they're not alone. It's estimated 60,000 to 75,000 Puerto Ricans came to the mainland in the 3 weeks right after the devastating storm hit in late September.
So unfortunately, what we will see is more families leaving the island, a decrease in the population, which will result on worse economic outlook.
These families are leaving because 57% of the island still doesn't have electricity and 12% don't have running water.
I had a big drum on the balcony and we drank water from there. I cooked from there. That's what we used to bathe and to fill our toilets. At one point, I felt the water was making me sick.
People will have to leave. Right? So if there's no money to repair the schools, if there's not enough money to repair the electrical grid, the infrastructure, that's just compounding what was happening.
The Cruz Torres family remains hopeful they'll get through this, saying they want to go back home one day. But for now, Arizona is home.
If there's something we are, is that we're resilient and we're very creative, and it's been wonderful to see how the community has, in spite of all of this, it has come together.
But Puerto Rico is still struggling. As of this morning, only 18% of the island has power due to a major outage. The U.S. government says more than 140,000 Puerto Ricans have fled so far, relocating in the continental United States. That number is expected to rise. Courtney Malley, Cronkite News.